This is Dave with XMD. I'm here with Mike from DarkTranquillity. They're here playing in El Corazon, Seattle, Washington. So, Mike, I gotta ask you, man. You guys are doing 150 shows in 6 continents on this tour. That's pretty insane. How's it going?
It's been crazy. A lot of air miles, and but a lot of really fantastic shows. It's been almost 2 years now since the album came out, and we've been pretty much on the road ever since. It's been really cool, and this is actually the last. It was only like a week left, and then we go home and try to kind of get back to normal life again. You know?
Yeah, and what would you consider normal life when you've been on tour this long?
Well, it takes a while to get back to it, but family life and all that, that I really look forward to. But it's been awesome. Like this last leg of the tour has been maybe one of the best.
So now you mentioned that your guys' last release was almost 2 years ago, Construct.
Yeah.
And you guys also released was it a single in 2013 from it, or a B-side?
Yeah. It's like a vinyl single.
How's the fans responding?
I think a lot of collectors really love it, and I love the fact that we still release that vinyl is kind of coming back, and you can do something like that. We've always
noticed
all of our albums are on vinyl, but this is the first time we released like a standalone single, and it's been cool. It sold out immediately.
So, with the way that you guys are from Sweden and you guys do your touring, and like I was talking with Insomnium, you guys tour Europe a lot, being your home area.
Yeah.
What's it like to go to all the other countries and how the fans are?
Oh, it's a lot different. Sometimes you forget that you're on the other side of the planet, because metal fans are pretty much the same all over, but there are of course differences, and that's what I love. I love the fact that we can go to all parts of the world and see new people and see new cities and new venues, and of course, like Southern Europe, like Italy and Spain, is totally different from north of Finland, but that's what's so great about it. That's what we enjoy, just touring through Canada now these last couple of days have been amazing, just going from west coast to east coast and seeing the different kind of, like how people are different. So it's something that I always enjoy, and I know like this place, always fantastic. This is one of the venues that we played the most, I think, out of all venues in America.
Of course.
Yeah,
it seems like every time I've come to see you guys live, it's been
like 5 or 6 times, something like that. But no, but we did China, Australia. We go down to Mexico, and it's
Now I've toured in Mexico and I've toured Canada with bands and stuff, but what's it like to play in China? I mean,
it is really like, it's like traveling back in time, because it's not allowed to kind of promote or perform shows, really. Like, perform of course, but not promoting. Like, for some reason, like, you're not allowed to show music videos and stuff like that in China. You're not allowed to put up posters and stuff like that. So it's all through the Chinese version of Twitter that things get promoted, which means there's this total underground feel. People are still releasing fanzines, and that's it. Like,
so it's almost like being back in the 80s and 90s, where
early 90s. Yeah, that's how it feels. And people are super cool, and it's really like an underground network. So the shows are fantastic, kind of small, and they're these hardcore guys putting all the shows, and it's really cool. But it really takes you back to the early 90s in a way.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you guys start in like '89, late '80s? So you guys are coming up on your 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That's a feat in itself for any bands to actually stick around that long with the internet, the way that it produces bands. What is it that keeps you guys so solid and keeps you up at that forefront?
I'm not sure. I think part of it is like when we started, we were 15, 16, 17, and immediately music became everything. Those formative years where you kind of decide who you want to be, and we decided we want to be metal guys. Make music, and really kind of embrace the whole thing. And we wanted to get away from the mundane kind of nature of being just a working stiff in our area of town, and music was so compelling, and this death metal was so intriguing, so it became everything, and I guess we kind of stuck with it. We don't know how to do anything else, and we love this. This is such a huge part of our lives. That
with death metal and metal, there's the vocals is definitely the key difference in a lot of the music scene, but it seems like the European scene accepts more of the death metal crowd and bands than the American scene does.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Why would that be? I mean, considering that we're probably the most messed up country when it comes to violence,
Maybe it comes out of a frustration, or it's like, I don't know, like what intrigued me, like when we started getting into like American death metal in the late 80s, was that it was just so over the top and so kind of passionate, and it's this angry, aggressive kind of music. Like, and I'd never heard that before. And then I got into like German thrash bands and stuff like that, who are equally kind of angry and frustrated, and it's like that totally appealed to me. And then of course, like in early 90s, there's so many bands that popped up, like in Stockholm and Gothenburg and all over Sweden, and just became a thing.
Yeah, Gothenburg, that's where you guys are from, correct?
Yeah.
What are you guys' plans for 2015 now? Like you said, you got a week left of this tour, so I lucked out. I get to catch you at the tail end of it.
Yeah. We do a couple of shows down in Mexico with our friends Arch Enemy and Death Stars. That's going to be really cool. And then we head home and we start working on a new album. That's the plan. Like we got a couple of European festivals planned, but that's basically it. So we're just going to make sure that we shut ourselves in the studio and start producing material.
So which is more fun for you to play? The little shows like this across North America, or those big festivals that all of us Americans would love to see here? That you guys get over there in Europe?
It depends. I mean, I love the festivals. I really do. Like that's fantastic. Like playing in front of like tens and thousands of people. Awesome. But I love the intimacy of places like this, where you can actually look into people's eyes and get close and get kind of physical with people. That gives me the most pleasure, I think. We're happy that we can get to do both.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to let you get you some rest up before you guys hit this stage, because you guys have already got a pretty big crowd in there starting to build in.
Looking good.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So thanks for your time.
Hey.
And
bless you, man.
Hope to see you next time you come through, and looking forward to the new album.
Of course. Cheers.
Yeah.